Oh yeah, here we go.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Real time, real time, real time, real time, real time, real time, Prince Blue. Real time, real time, real time, real time, real time, real time, Prince Blue. Talk that, talk that, talk that, coach, coach, talk that, talk that, talk that, coach, coach, talking entertainment, talking entertainment. Look, we are not the same as you, not same. Look, we don't need a thing, just you. Just make sure the gang come through.
Hey, what is going on, everybody? What is up? It is Real Time with Prince Blue. I am your host, Prince Blue, and welcome. This episode is gonna be crazy, and I know we're about to get into it real quick because I know the NBA finals on. I'm tired of battling against the NBA. So we're gonna get right into it, but I hope everybody's doing good and doing well. This is crazy. Let's just get into it, y'all, because I've been waiting since Monday since I did the show and did the notes and everything for the show. I've been waiting to just let, let's just go. Well, all right, y'all. Um, let's talk about it. I know everybody wants to talk about it. Tyler Perry, yes, that Tyler Perry. He's in the headlines, and not for a new Medea movie, not for that awful The Straw movie, not for none of that shit. He's in the headlines for lawsuits. Yeah, another one. Not another one for him, but lawsuits seem to be the thing that's going around these days. Yes, accusations and a scandal that might finally peel back the layers of the Tyler Perry empire. For years, he's been the model, he's been the face, the franchise, the person you want to emulate when it comes to Black Hollywood success. He's been the poster child, from writing to producing to directing to owning his own studio. But now that studio might be in question and what it's really for, with this recent lawsuit. And the lawsuit comes from, I want to get it right. This is crazy. The lawsuit is based on he's being sued by an actor from his show The Oval for sexual assault and harassment. And here it is right here. This is what the lawsuit is speaking of, and it's for a lawsuit of $260 million. It's from an actor named Derek Dixon, and this is his quote. Mr. Perry took his success and power and used his considerable influence in the entertainment industry to create a coercive, sexually exploitative dynamic with Mr. Dixon, initially promising him career advancement and creative opportunities such as producing his pilot and casting him in his show, only to subject him to escalating sexual harassment, assault and battery, and professional retaliation, the lawsuit said. And that's courtesy. It was first reported by TMZ on Tuesday. Of course, Tyler Perry said that is baseless, and his attorney said this is an individual who's got close to Tyler Perry for what now appears to be nothing more than setting up a scam. Boyd said in a statement Tuesday that Tyler will not be shaken down and he will be confident these fabricated claims of harassment will fail. I want you to pay attention to that part. The claims of harassment will fail. The assault is not in there. The battery is not in there. Just the sexual harassment. So that got me to thinking, why wasn't the assault and battery in there, but the harassment was in there? Because this is layered to me. I think there's plenty of sides to this. And those sides is, you got two grown men, and it's going to be he said, consensual, non-consensual, what's considered harassment, how much was he a willing participant, how much of it was him being strung along, how much it was him playing along to see his own dreams through. I want to first start off by saying I'm not surprised. Power is a strange thing. Power can either corrupt you or it can make you the person that you always were. Listen to what I said. Power can either corrupt you or make you the person that you already were, which means either you're going to be corrupted or you're going to be corrupted, or you're going to be the person that you always were, which was probably either a good person, a kind person, a giving person, a helping person. In this case, what it seems like with a lot of these heavy Hollywood elites, it's the latter. These people are predators, not in the sense of, like sexually and all that stuff, just predators in general, whether it be your emotions, whether it be your body or whether it be just your mental health or whether it just be your existence. And when I was reading through some of the lawsuit, I found it mighty particular how people, this is why you have to read and you can't go off of what the media says. Did anybody know that this guy Dixon, he didn't start off as an actor? No, he wasn't an actor trying to make it in Hollywood and do all that. You know what he was? He was actually an employee, per the lawsuit. Defendant Tyler Perry picked the plaintiff, who was Dixon, out of a crowd of employees present at the party and began asking the plaintiff questions about his employment status and whether plaintiff was an actor. So Tyler Perry thought he was fine. See, the way it was being presented was the guy was an actor and he wasn't getting the roles that he wanted and he was disgruntled. That's why when you have people on one side who's a billionaire and you have somebody on the other side who's whatever, the victim or whatever, you got a person that can pay money to get things put out there to scramble up the message, to scramble up what really is. But when you read the actual document, the dude wasn't even an actor. He was picked out and he was being promised something. Also, Perry then told Dixon to do an audition over the phone and send it to Tyler Perry. Do an audition on the phone and send it to me. I would love to. No, I don't want to see, but I wonder what that audition tape entailed. I'm just, I don't understand how you could be this smart, this successful, but yet this dumb. I'm not even going to read the text messages because the text messages are, no, fuck it. Yes, I am going to read the text messages. Here are some of the text messages that I want you to pay particularly attention to. What is it going to take? Comes from Tyler Perry. What is it going to take for you to have guiltless sex? Have you found that yet in therapy? And then Dixon says, giving up my religious guilt, becoming a Buddhist, that's so cool. Where you came from. Unfortunately, Derek, this is from Tyler. Unfortunately, Derek, I have friends who are in their 50s and 60s who are still dealing with that, and it's so sad. You can have freedom from religious guilt and still believe in Christ. That's the manipulation. The guy is telling you, my religion is telling me that man on man is bad. And what is Tyler telling him? Well, it's a shame that you're so caught up in your religion, and that this is the same man that in all his movies, there's a religious theme. There's a theme about Christ, God, Lord, healing, all this stuff. But yet, what is he doing? He's manipulating another grown-ass man to leave his religion at the door to get his own gratification. You know what pisses me off more than anything? This is somebody who was championed as somebody who was uplifting the black community, somebody who was a sign of black excellence, a person who was putting black people on and making black people successful, giving black people careers. But come to find out, allegedly, he's just another manipulative bastard. He's just another power hungry, power abusing bastard. This is a man that shows black women in every light but the right light. And meanwhile, he's writing a new book, a new movie called Diary of the Mad White Bussy. Black excellence, but risked it all for white Bussy. I did want to read this other part right here. This is the good one, y'all. In January 2020, just a few months after his first acting gig, Perry invited the plaintiff to his home in Douglasville County, Georgia. The plaintiff showed up to a home hoping that he would be given a chance to befriend Perry and show him how talented of an actor Dixon was. At Perry's home, Dixon was served many alcoholic drinks, which Perry also partook in. Dixon felt that Perry was genuinely interested in Dixon's talents and as an actor and writer. Perry made no sexual advances at Dixon while they were drinking, and the conversation was friendly. At the end of the night, Perry told Dixon not to drive home. Perry said it was dangerous and that Dixon was too inebriated to drive home. Dixon agreed and was escorted to a separate guest room, not knowing that this was a ruse to allow Perry to assault Dixon. Dixon was tired and did not have pajamas, so he got in the bed only wearing underwear. Before he knew what was happening, Dixon felt somebody else slip in the bed behind him. I'm going to get to Dixon in a second because he has some culpability in this too. Tyler Perry, you risked $1 billion empire over catering white Bussy. I'm going to say it again. You risked $1 billion empire over Jeff from catering. You're a billionaire. You can have anybody you want consensually. People that are willing to do whatever you want consensually. But this is where the power dynamic comes in. This guy wasn't fully down with anything like that. Well, scratch that. In my opinion, he was down with it if the fruits were paying off. But you were slow burning it. You were slow burning it, and so was he. Because he was like, I'm not about to go all the way unless I got a series after myself. I got a show after I got a movie after myself. I'm producer. I'm But you didn't want to give him all that right away. And then we got a $260 million lawsuit. But this is where I blame Dixon. You knew what Tyler Perry was trying to do in those text messages. You knew what he was trying to do when he was talking. First of all, two grown men don't talk to each other that way. Not the grown men I know. Ain't no grown men ever talk to me like that. And they ain't gonna. You knew what was happening. But you saw the light at the end of the tunnel. And you was like, I'm getting close. I'm on an oval. He's throwing me a couple bones. I just need to get through. And then that's what happened. So this lawsuit I like to see how how his team is gonna frame it. So far in Black Spaces, everybody is from on the side of we knew. Also, oh, it's a shakedown. Also, he's gay. Also, we knew. Also, wow, white Bussy. And then there's the people that have jokes. So we already know. We already know. So Tyler, yeah, I would say see what Diddy's doing at his trial, but you don't want to use that as a reference either. I don't know what's wrong with these people. To all you people in Hollywood that's trying to make it and do that stuff, if you're willing to risk your morals and your butthole and whatever else orifice that you're willing to risk for it, just know that it's not real. And this could happen. Your screenshots can be shared. Your text messages can be shared. Your damn voicemails can be shared. Your videos can be shared. What's the point? We'll be back after this message.
I know. You're probably wondering what's going on. Well, I'm here to tell you. It's me, Inked, and I need you guys to head on over to ajsrantroom.com and pick up your Trifecta merch. Yes, that's right. Trifecta merch is here. It is here for our Trifecta family to show their love and support and advertise for free. Well, not technically for free. You did pay for it. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Head on over to ajsrantroom.com and pick up your Trifecta merch. We're all inclusive. If Prince can wear it, so can you. Have a good one.
I did wear it. All right, let's go. So WNBA, here we go. I know WNBA. Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark. Listen, WNBA. What's the point of you wanting attention? What's the point of you wanting money, wanting to be paid on par with the men, which is stupid? I already think you're overpaid. Caitlin Clark is literally the biggest star in the WNBA. And instead of y'all embracing that and wanting the checks to get bigger, y'all trying to take the girl out the game. This all goes from last week when Caitlin Clark got into it with the opponent, and that game was like the WWE. Take a look at what all started it.
Watch when Caitlin Clark is trying to create some space. It looked like she just got hit in the eye there.
Oh, and Marina Mabry. I missed that one, Edona.
Oh, I missed that one too.
I missed that one, Edona. You ain't missed shit.
Yeah, it looked like Caitlin got hit hard, both by J.C. Sheldon and Marina Mabry there.
I would not be surprised.
So you saw that, right? You saw that hit right there. And then, finally, Caitlin Clark's teammates had enough, and they returned the favor. Take a look.
Golson had it knocked away. Good hands by Allen. And Sheldon comes up with the steal. Sheldon going coast to coast. And here we got another break is here as J.C. Sheldon goes right after Sophie Cunningham. It was a hard foul, no question.
I'm blaming this all on the officials tonight. It is totally their responsibility. That's a hard foul. That's a flagrant foul. And if they had taken care of the business earlier, we wouldn't be in this situation right now.
Look at all these manly looking ass women.
Well, you can't eject her because you didn't eject Mabry.
What's this? Get your ass off.
That's a flagrant foul. It's a hard foul. You could say it's a play on the ball, but
make no question.
Saw that? So, WNBA, you trying to tell me Caitlin Clark is literally the only reason why people are watching these games? What up, Jay? So why are you trying to take out the moneymaker? This is why women playing sports is a catch-22. Yeah, you play, competition, blah, blah. Look what you're doing. In the men's league, they're not trying to take out LeBron James. They're not trying to take out Luka Doncic. They're not trying to take out John Morant. They're not trying to take out Jason Tatum. They're not trying to take out Kevin Durant. They're not trying to take out the faces of the league. The people that sell tickets, the people that finally got y'all to be able to fly your own private planes. Before you was flying commercial. I don't understand this league. You pick on it seems like the only straight female in the league. Why? What is the problem? But you know what? I expect this from a league where they actually announce on a broadcast when two players are dating each other on the same team. True story. I was watching a game last year and they mentioned how I forgot which positions they were, but they were engaged to be married. Can you imagine during the NBA game they're like, yeah, I like to shout out Kevin Durant. Him and LeBron James are set to get married next year. The fuck are we doing? After all that, shout out to Karl Anthony Towns, man. He's Gilbert Arenas, you're an asshole. But WNBA, listen to me. You're already being subsidized by the NBA. You've been in the red since the league started. You get a generational talent to come through the league, and y'all want her out of the league. At least you're trying something different. You're showing the players walking in to the games with their fashion badly, may I add. Some of the men in the NBA walk better in heels than the women in the WNBA. They showed that one clip of Angel Reese. She looked like she was walking like a giraffe with a bad ACL. This is crazy. You're right, Jason. Caitlin Clark already is like at 30 million net worth. And all she wants to do is hoop. But it's not everybody. Trust me. I'm not saying it's everybody. But the way y'all are framing this, like y'all want more eyes on the league, but y'all trying to literally break the woman that is responsible for more eyes being on the league. I bet you if Caitlin Clark was to take all her talent and go play overseas, the WNBA would be in trouble. You're already in trouble, but you'll be in trouble. Who's going to carry the league? I mean, you got Asia Wilson, reigning MVP, one of the GOATs. But let's be honest. She don't have the cachet that a Caitlin Clark has. It has shit to do with race. It has everything to do with Caitlin Clark is pulling up from the logo. She looks more appealing to the male viewer. Not far as attractiveness, but as far as the game. Her game is more palpable. She's pulling up from the logo. She's doing hezzies. She's doing step backs. She's throwing no-look passes. Things that happen over in the men's league. Things that make men want to watch other men play basketball. Because let's be honest, for all the shit that women talk, y'all not watching the WNBA. Y'all literally got to beg the NBA players to come sit courtside at the WNBA to put eyes on it. Jason, if Angel Reese did ask Reebok to sell her shoe for $1,000, again, the delusion and the just lack of awareness by the women players in the WNBA, that just speaks to it. Michael Jordan don't even charge $1,000 for his shoes unless you're buying them on the aftermarket. When they come out, they're not $1,000. Angel Reese, have you lost your mind? I know you have. Because you actually think getting 82 rebounds off your own miss is game. WNBA, good luck. Because I don't know what to tell you. Without Caitlin Clark, you're going to be like, you know when you watch wrestlers wrestle at the YMCA, that's what it's like. You're watching Jim Bones McCracken versus the Big Whopper. That's what you're watching if Caitlin Clark leaves the WNBA. And I don't care how many analysts try to hype it up. I don't care how many segments is on First Take. It ain't happening. We'll be back. All right. Guess what we're going to talk about now? We're going to talk about traditional women versus modern women. I know it's 2025. Why are we still talking about this? Because I saw this clip. It was this clip going around on an episode of Wife Swap, and it just perfectly shows the disconnect and the lack of evolvement in both genders, but mostly I'm going to say it's mostly in women. And here we go.
In a way, I should be cooking for 5 hours for some man that is fully capable of doing it himself. What are you gonna do, just stand here? I think you should come in here and help me.
I appreciate the fact that you're this strong woman, but think about making some food, okay? Unless you pay some bills around here, you can't come in and tell the Jackster what to do.
Y'all never baked a cake?
No, but I watch shows on it.
Well, watching a show and doing it's two different things. Yeah.
I've never ever baked a cake.
Baking is really bonding for a family. I mean, you can't have a phone in your hand and be baking at the same time. And plus, you get to eat cake.
Here we go.
And this, just break them up.
This looks so satisfying.
Surprisingly, even Jason comes downstairs to join the family.
I couldn't believe that my dad was just sitting there without his phone or anything. He was just watching us, supervising us. He was having a good time with us.
The pace of the home is actually, it's a little different right now. Like I say, it's a little slower pace. It's cool to just kind of settle down and do stuff together.
That's garbage. Jack generalizes everything on male or female. He differentiates everything based on what gender you are, and it sucks.
Follow Masculine Craze.
Okay, that episode of Wife Swap. Now, I will say this: the woman that was with the Jackster, the black woman, she is a fire chief. I think it was in Atlanta. She's a battalion chief or something. So she has a crazy job and she works hard and she got that position, and I get that. And the woman that switched with the black family, she's a stay-at-home mom. So, that's why she was wondering about the cake and stuff like that. The issue I had with that episode, because I watched the whole episode, was the fire chief, the woman that was the fire chief, she looked at everything through, I gotta make up for 200 years of women, not gender equality, in one episode. And that's the problem. Because I believe you gotta adapt to your surroundings. You coming in there, you already know that, quote unquote, the Jackster he's traditional. He's where I pay the bills, the wife is at home, so it's just certain things that I expect. You came over there saying, that's not the way it go. Women can do this, women can do that, blah, 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 blah. And what did you think was going to... Now, I know it's a reality TV, so of course they're going to set up the scenarios to make it combustible, but it speaks to a larger issue in society where we got this whole thing where men are afraid to be men and women are afraid to be women. Nobody wants to budge. When in fact, it's not about budget. It's about making it work for who you're with. Never mind the show. If you know that your boyfriend, before he becomes your husband, is traditional, why would you get yourself into that union and then try to totally change or flip it? You saw the black dad. He looked like he was ready to go skiing. He saw peace. He saw his family, like he said, it was less tense around the house. He honestly, it looked like he was enjoying some type of femininity back in the household. Now, I'm just saying, from just looking at the episode, the battalion chief, she's around men all day. She's had to prove herself her whole life being a firefighter. So she's going to pick up masculine traits and masculine energy, and she's going to bring that home. Versus the Jackster's wife, she was like, let's bake a cake, kids, come on, let's have fun. Let me tell you something. Femininity is power. It's nothing wrong with living in your femininity. Men love that. It's only a certain few men that like to be hit in the throat, like to be told off, like to be cussed at, like to be scratched, like to be verbally abused and all. It's a very few. Very few. But for the most part, men love a woman that lives in her femininity. Women, you are natural nurturers. You were created to nurture. You were created as a helpmate for the man. I hate to break it to you, that's just the way it is. Now, some of you have went against the prototype, and the world is confused now. Same thing with men. You were created to be protectors. You were created to be providers. You were created to be the head of the house. Meanwhile, a lot of you are comfortable not being any of those. I mean, if my wife has a good job, I'll just move wherever. I'll do whatever. Happy wife, happy life. All that blah, 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 blah. No, be a man. A woman cannot be traditional if the man is not giving her a reason to be traditional. If a woman feels like she has to step up in any aspects of masculinity, you're in trouble. I would say this. It may sound weird, it may sound funny. When me and my wife go out, she knows I have to face the door. I can't sit with my back to the restaurant, to the entrances, if I can help it. I have to sleep by the door. I have to be the closest to the door. If there's any noise or anything in the house, I go downstairs. Men don't even do that anymore. Men don't even do the simple things anymore. You got women arguing for you. Now, the only thing I let my wife do for me is when I'm calling to get a refund or I need the customer service or something like that. I put my wife on the phone. I call my wife Black Karen. Because when Black Karen comes out, shit gets done. So if I'm calling somebody and they not giving me what I need, they're not doing what I need to do, and I got that look on my face, she like, what's wrong? I'm like, they're not listening to me. She like, give me the phone. Can you verify that that she's okay with this information? Yes, she's okay. Next thing I know, my wife comes upstairs, give me my phone. She's like, you're good. And Jason, you're absolutely right. These women want they want a traditional man, but they want to be a modern woman. It's just hard. Now, can you create a hybrid? Yes, but you have to be able to. You have to have the emotional security and the emotional maturity to walk both of those. I know a lot of women that can do that. Mine, and I know a very tall that should be in the WNBA person that can do that. She knows who I'm talking about. You have to know not your limitations, but you have to know what and who you're dealing with. When it comes to these gender roles, I'm just sorry. That's where you lose me, because I'm traditional in the sense of man is man and woman is woman. There's things that a woman should do and there's things that a man should do. Point blank, period. You call me misogynistic, you call me all that stuff, anti-woman, all that shit. I don't care. I made it 42 years with these ideologies, and God willing, I'm going to make it another 42 years with the same ideology. It's dummy just fine. Been with my wife for 13 years, married 10. I'm doing something right. I may get on her nerves sometimes, but for the most part, she knows that I got her back. She knows that her emotions and her feelings is safe with me. And she knows she's safe with me physically and emotionally. I don't take those two things for granted. I am a cat man. Yes, I am. I'm a proud cat man. But I put my work in. I did my time, and now it's my wife's turn. So forget everything I just said. You listening to a cat man. We'll be back after this next message.
It's always lit over at ajsrantroom.com. We got the best bags and accessories, our beloved Black Series. We got fresh lids for you hat lovers, fire jackets and hoodies, and of course we got you covered on the t-shirts. And introducing our first shoe line, Aloysius Germain. So get on over to ajsrantroom.com today and get to shopping. You won't be disappointed.
That's right. You won't be disappointed. That's right. Go to AJ's Rant Room, the official sponsor of Real Time with Prince Blue. Okay, this next segment is called Love Them Birthdays at Popeyes. And here's why.
I'm not the birthday girl. I'm the birthday girl mama. Big hand, you know.
I'm not the birthday girl. I'm the birthday girl sister. I'm not the birthday girl. I'm the birthday girl cousin.
I'm not the birthday girl. I'm the birthday girl big sister.
I'm the birthday girl.
I'm just trying to remember. Somebody help me. Chat, help me out. When did Popeyes get a play place? Does Popeyes have a play place? Help me out. Does Popeyes have a play place where kids can play? No, they don't. This is around the second or third video I've seen where people are throwing their kids' birthday parties at Popeyes. This is why kids don't have a sense of growth. They don't know what the hell is going on. You are literally in a Popeyes throwing your kids a birthday party. Have your daughters dressed provocatively for likes and views. You notice the father was missing, right? What are you gonna do after you shoot that video? You gonna sit the kids down with kids meals? You know what's in a Popeyes kids meal? You get either a wing or a chicken leg and some fries. Chuck E. Cheese wasn't open. McDonald's wasn't open. Chick-fil-A wasn't open. Dave and Buster's wasn't open. The skating rink wasn't open. Fuck, your house wasn't open. You skipped all those places where kids can play. And you went to Popeyes. But Prince, at least she's doing something. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. No, I'm tired of applauding the bare minimum. I'm tired of applauding the bare minimum. These kids didn't ask to be here. The least you could do is put in some damn effort. It looked like you put more effort in the clothes that the girls wore than you did planning that damn party. The amount of money you spent on them clothes, you could have spent for the 5 of them to chill out at Chuck E. Cheese or Dave and Buster's or Chick-fil-A or McDonald's, at least where they have a place to themselves away from everybody. You had the girl grabbing chicken in the background. The table was broken the hell up. This culture is fucked. It really is. It really is. That's wild to me. Now I smell chicken. Like, why the fuck do I smell chicken? Anyway, we'll be back. I really do smell chicken. This is wild.
I know. You're probably wondering what's going on. Well, I'm here to tell you. It's me, Inked, and I need you guys to head on over to ajsrantroom.com and pick up your Trifecta merch. Yes, that's right. Trifecta merch is here. It is here for our Trifecta family to show their love and support and advertise for free. Well, not technically for free. You did pay for it. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Head on over to ajsrantroom.com and pick up your Trifecta merch. We're all inclusive. If Prince can wear it, so can you. Have a good one.
Have a good one. All right, Nene. It's that time again.
I said what I said.
All right, we're going to now talk about Steven Jackson's dumbass. You know, the former NBA player, NBA champion, former Spurs and Indiana Pacers player, and now triple OG check-in extraordinaire podcaster. Well, he's a coach with the Big Three, and he just showed why a fully supposed to be in cultured black league will never work. Take a look.
Once you got to that point, they start locking up. Yeah. You try your best. That's 2 big cats right there.
You're seeing Dwight Howard and Stevenson fight. And now you're going to see Steven Jackson. That's them fighting at the Big Three. And now you're going to see how Steven Jackson behaved in the locker room. Actually, you're not going to see how Steven Jackson performed in the locker room because the video is not playing. Well, all right. Well, Steven Jackson was in the locker room saying how he's a OG and he will burn a nigga. They better ask about him. The same niggas that be asking him for free shit in the hotel rooms and stuff like that is the same people that be talking shit about him and blah 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 and all this good stuff. This is my problem with people like Steven Jackson. You never grew the fuck up. You're a millionaire. You had an opportunity that a lot of people would kill to have. You made a whole bunch of money and you was able to get up out the hood, but yet you still glorify the hood and go back and glorify gang culture. You're a coach in a league ran by Ice Cube, and you're talking about burning niggas in the locker room. You're also the same motherfucker that was flying the flag for George Floyd. These are the quote unquote OGs and unks of the world that we don't need anymore. You're ruining young black men. Instead of you telling people to not gang bang, you're encouraging it. You're a grown ass man. You're a millionaire, and you're talking about when you go into a city, you always check in with the OGs. Does Taylor Swift have to check in? Does Garth Brooks have to check in? Does Madonna have to check in? Does Denzel have to check in? Does Will Smith have to check in? Name a white celebrity. Do they have to check in? No, they go straight to the finest hotel, drink water, and mind their own damn business. But you are on the block with a bunch of gangbangers and degenerates. But I'm the corny one. AJ's the corny one. Keisha's the corny one. We're the sellouts. We're the Uncle Toms. We're the losers. We're the Uncle Ruckuses. Because we actually want to show you what it feels like and what it's looked like to get up out of those bad situations and stay out of them. And raise others to do the same and uplift others to do the same. Not tell them stay there and kill each other and smoke weed and smoke crack and sell crack and destroy your neighborhoods. I mean this with every fiber in my being. Fuck Steven Jackson. And if he was in front of me, I say it to his face too. I don't care. I'm not scared of these niggas. Nobody should be scared of these niggas anymore. Who are they? What, you gonna fight me? You gonna burn me? These are the people you should really be standing up to. The people that's trying to keep you in a perpetual state of victimhood, violence, and despair. Now I see why a lot of basketball players like the Chris Webbers of the world, the Magic Johnsons of the world, hell, the LeBron James of the world, the Kevin Durant's, they don't fuck with y'all. They just hoop. Because y'all exactly bringing people down. And that leads me to this next point. This leads me to the next video, this bonus video of I Said What I Said. Listen to Memphis Bleak talk about his relationship with Jay-Z and how Jay-Z had to let them know that if y'all keep acting the way y'all act, y'all not going to be able to go to where I'm going, and I'm not going to be able to take y'all with me.
Any one point did you feel like Jay was drifting too far from the crew?
I knew he had to. For Jay to be where he at, he couldn't be around us every day. I'm a liability. Me now, being married, being a businessman, of course, things has changed, but the reckless Bleak, you couldn't be around us. Anything could happen and then it spills right back to you. So once Jay started doing these billionaire deals, basketball teams, moving teams from here to Brooklyn, you automatically knew the distance was warranted. It's not that he don't rock with you or don't rock with us. So, hey, dog, I'm over here getting to these millions. Y'all still in the club popping bottles. I don't need that look.
How did you understand something like that, though, but like a Beanie didn't? Like,
I don't know. I try to tell these guys. That's the thing. If you really sit down, see, a lot of people, when they get these cameras cut on, they got an image. They got to keep it up. I'm this guy. I can't let nobody. But if they really, really sit down and have a real conversation with the reality pills on the table, not the other drugs, the reality pills, they'll tell you, I told these guys this was coming. Because I used to get the word from Big Homie, yo, niggas don't ship up. They don't act right. We going to do this. And I used to be telling these guys, yo, it's only a matter of time before it's over. We got to get this right. And they used to look at me like, whatever. I remember a time, right? Beans had his clothing line, state property. We used to get clothes, boxes of state property. So I'd look in state property and say, manufactured by Rockaware. So I'm telling him as a brother, yo, bro, check your contracts and all that. Make sure everything right. Because I see it's manufactured by Rockaware. I don't think Rockaware was making their own clothes. So how they making your clothes? Didn't seem right. And this was at the time when he was saying, yo, I'm going to jail. I'm going to sign Freeway and the Young Guns, the Rockefeller. When I come home, they going to give them back the state property. And I'm just sitting there like, oh, you think business work like this? So I'm trying to tell him these things. He looked at me. This was when I knew me and Beans the relationship wasn't the same. Cause he was like, yo, it sound like you hating on me, fam. And I'm like, what you mean? He like, yo, if Jay your man, like you say, why you ain't got no record label? Why you ain't got no clothing line? Dang, my man, he taking care of me, all this. And I'm like, I feel you, but you know why I don't have those things? Cause my bro would never exploit my ideas for him to make a bag.
Damn.
And then when he came home from jail, what he said? They ain't owe me $2 million. Should have listened to Blizzle.
What I want you to understand what Memphis Bleak just showed there. He showed a level of maturity and how friendships work that I don't think a lot of people understand. And I want to read a lyric that Jay-Z said in the Diamonds from Sierra Leone remix. He said Bleak could be one hit away his whole career. As long as I'm alive, he's a millionaire. I want y'all to understand what that means, because Bleak always knew that if he just played his position, he just did what he had to do and understood what Jay-Z was trying to do and understood the vision, that if Jay-Z makes it, he made it. It's not about being a do-boy. It's not about being a sucker. It's about being a true friend, being a true brother, being a true person that loves and understands that your friend's success in a microcosm and in a macro way is your success. People don't understand that now. Everybody want to be the lead singer. Everybody want to be a Jay-Z. You can't. And now you see why. Where do all the rest of those people at? Where Bleak at? Bleak's married. Bleak doing his thing, and he got Jay-Z on speed dial. The rest of them are destitute, broke, back on the streets, no legacy. And you saw it when Bleak was trying to tell Beans something. Beans thought he was hating. That's like, I know I keep bringing them up, but that's like if I'm doing something or I'm doing something for my show, or and AJ and Keisha is like, yo, that shit's whack, or nah, that shit's stupid. Why are you doing that? If I got the Beanie Siegel mentality, man, I feel like you hating on me, dog. Like you don't want me to be good. No, if they didn't care, they would let me just put anything out. That's the whole idea. When I have a show, the trifecta is watching. When they have a show, I'm watching. These segments and all this stuff, this is a brainchild of the three of us. How can we make each other better? That's friendship. If Keisha make it, I'm good. If AJ make it, I'm good. If I make it, Keisha and AJ is good. Whatever combination it is. And you support that. But these new people, they don't know how to do that. They don't know how to go somewhere and not embarrass their mans. AJ, that's right. My logos, I presented like 42 logos. AJ liked none of them. I had to finally just put one up, and he was like, "Well, I guess we gonna go with this one then." Like Memphis Bleak, man, that was good shit, man. That was good shit. Like that was a level of maturity. And now you know what? All the whole Jay-Z sold Dame out and all this stuff out. Watching how Dame moved after that relationship was off, and watching Jay-Z, I'm more team Jay-Z now. I'm more team Jay-Z because there's no way Jay-Z could be where he is now if he would have kept going down that road that Dame was going. That's wild. And now we're about to do our, speaking of Dame,
stick together. Pause. Knows he can have it. Pause. You see what I do when I got the rock. Pause.
Let me just put this in real quick.
This is Dame, by the way.
So long, but here we go. I got two for y'all. Let's look at this first one. I want y'all to pay attention to this. Ayo, pause. This is what happens when y'all go to Chili's with the homie. That's why men can't go to lunch no more. Yeah. I'm gonna play it again. Yeah. You saw what you saw. Nothing beats a triple dipper with the bro. I'd have been a lot of brunches. I've been out with the homies. I can promise you. Oh God. There's nothing on the Chili's menu that make me act that way. And you know what? They're probably, I really pray that they're actually in a relationship. And that wasn't two men who were friends that said, yo, I got an idea for this. I got an idea for this reel, yo. I'm gonna bring the wings to the table and I'm gonna tongue you down. And then I'm gonna say nothing brings the triple dipper together like the bros. That will be your last day talking to me, and that will be your last day creating content. Ain't nothing on Chili's menu that makes me want to kiss my mans. And then I got another one. Yo, check this one out. I never saw this one, but I think this is a good one. Listen to this one. Oh, wait a minute. Why? I don't know why it's so low. Hold on.
it's only fitting. Like they didn't do a tremendous amount. They did re-sign Osai Odigizua. There we go. Right. They paid a lot of money. They did pay a lot of money for him, but
They trying to keep it together. Look.
they signed him. Like, I mean, they actually
Greg Jennings, do you know what you fucking said? Stop talking. He trying to talk. Hey, yo, he trying to talk through it. He trying to talk through it. Listen to him.
Give him the big D. I mean, it's only fitting. Like they didn't do a tremendous amount. They did re-sign Osai.
I'm going to give them the big D. Who? What? My God. Oh man. Oh man. I know it's super low, but pretty much Greg Jennings said that he's going to give the team he was talking about the big D. I don't even know why you even worded that way, but I guess he was. I don't know. All right, and in this next video that went viral, a student, Lee, are you still in here, Lee? Lee, let me know if you're still in here, Lee. Lee, are you still in here? You got some explaining to do, Lee. This next video that went viral was a student who, right before he graduated, he showed that he used Chat GPT for all his schoolwork. Take a look. I don't know. It's not looking too good for Asians, Lee. Listen. And number one, I find two issues with this. The issue with going viral and the issue with AI. Listen. And as somebody who just got their doctorate and had to write a dissertation and had to defend their dissertation, this is why I find this totally disrespectful. You just spit in the face of everybody that did it, quote unquote, the right way. And what was your purpose of doing that? So now, guess what? When you go out for a job, or when you put out for a job and somebody worth their ilk, because this is what people do now in jobs, they search your social media. They see what your name, they see how your name comes up when they Google your name on the internet. And when it shows you as the student who showed that he cheated his whole way through school, what do you think they're going to think? ChatGPT is a tool. But when it comes down to it, when you have to really talk about your work, defend your work, show your expertise, that's when ChatGPT ends. Keisha and AJ could tell you, they were there during my dissertation defense. They were there the month and a half to 2 months to 3 months when I was preparing, when I was working on my PowerPoint, when I was working on what I was going to study, the questions that I was going to try to answer and all this stuff. They was there with me the month prior when I was literally racking my brain, stressing myself the hell out. They sat through my dissertation defense, and none of the questions that I studied for were asked. None of them. So I had to critically think, and I had to show that I did my own work by answering questions that I did not prepare for. ChatGPT is a tool. It's cool to use. I use it for my show. I use it for my thumbnails. ChatGPT is Google on steroids. The only difference is Google cannot write anything for you. Like, you can use Google to search. You can use Google to find formulas and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, you have to be able to stand on your own and critically think. I agree, Lee. Some teachers are lazy, and some teachers are they don't know what to do when it comes to ChatGPT. But this comes to where teachers should know their students. If you got a student that's been a CB writer, and then out of nowhere they're writing like William Shakespeare, and they're writing like they can go into the Hall of Congress, or they're writing like a lobbyist, or they can rewrite the Constitution, something is wrong. That's when you have to challenge them and see if they're doing their own work. I don't know what the answer is to this phenomenon, but I bet you his parents, who spend all that money for a UCLA degree, they're probably like, so are you going to be able to pay these loans back? Because if a job sees this video, they're going to be like, no. This whole idea of going viral has really rotten the brain of adults, kids, children, you name it. It's wild. That's it. That's all I got to say on that. But I appreciate everybody for rocking with me. I know that the NBA Finals is on right now. I'll be glad when it's over, so then I could get my Thursdays back. Excuse me. I appreciate y'all. I will see y'all next Thursday. Next Thursday is a very special episode. Why? Because it will be my birthday. That's right. Real Time with Prince Blue will be on my birthday. So it will be a glorified birthday celebration for myself. Yay! Ha! I'm turning 43 years old. Lord willing, thank you, God. I appreciate you. These 43 years have been wonderful, and I'm glad I will be able to see another one. It's only because of you, Lord, your grace, your power, your will. You want me to come back here every Thursday and get on people's nerves. It is you, God. I appreciate you so much. And thank you, everybody. I will see y'all next week. Please be safe. Please take care of yourself. I don't know what else to tell you. Don't have birthday parties at Popeyes. I bet you my birthday party won't be at Popeyes. I can guarantee you that. So with that being said, peace out. I'll see y'all next week. Go Oklahoma City. Finish this shit so I can get Thursday to myself. I will see y'all. Peace out. Come through. Yeah.